Oh, hey there, everybody. Welcome. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I was just here being super serious about everything and never joking around because that would be bad. Uh, Rob Booker here, best-selling author of Blah Blah Blah, Yada Yada Yada, Adventures of a Currency Trader, and much more. Super happy to see you here this morning. Sometimes the bad stuff goes down, like bad shiz goes down, and sometimes my happy robot gets super cross, and my super great robot goes bad. And of course, that makes me super sad. So, welcome here if you're joining me for the first time. Happy to have you along for the ride. Once again, all week long, I'm going to talk about things I do with robots. We've gone over the basics from time to time, but certainly there's no danger in ever going through those basics again. And the reason that I want to talk about good trades going bad or robot trades going bad is because this is a timeless subject. And it never gets old, and it never stops being useful because it's going to happen all the time. Now, your robot could go bad in two different ways. One, it could have artificial intelligence and take over the Earth and plug us all in as batteries into a giant whatever. That's probably going to happen later on. But since Elon Musk fired a car into space, it's probably much less likely. They're probably afraid of us now. Second of all, the second way that a robot can go bad is, as we talked about yesterday, you can have super consistent performance over time with your robot. Win, a win, a win, a win, a win. And then suddenly, your robot holds on to a bad trade. Or it goes through a string of losing trades. And yesterday, we discussed the fact that this is actually a good thing. Because a loss is a discovery, it's a big trade discovery mechanism. That's what it is. See, we're just renaming things, right? We're just renaming stuff. For example, let's say that your child has trouble occasionally eating dinner, all right? So let's just say that that's the case. I wouldn't know anything about that. I certainly was never that child, and I certainly wouldn't have a 5-year-old at home now that struggles to eat her. Anyway, so let's just say that your child has trouble finishing dinner. So you can call dinner, you can call it food, all right? But most kids have now decided that if you say food, this is what they're going to do, right? They don't like the word food anymore. It's now associated with something bad, which is similar in trade. You could call it drawdown. And the minute you call it something, it carries with it all kinds of emotional connotations. But what if we called food, what if we changed the name here? What if we called it a mouth toy? Right? Then you have a kid that's like, oh, a mouth toy. And then we call a loss isn't a drawdown, it's a big trade waiting to happen. WTH. Boy, this is just getting better and better. Are you having a good time? Hey, everybody, welcome. If you're just joining me now, I'm Rob Booker. We're talking about renaming things that go bad. We're talking about using better language to describe difficult circumstances, and that when we use different language to describe difficult and bad circumstances, we start to change the way we approach it. So, hey, kids, it's time to play with your mouth toys. Put them in your mouth. Okay, that was fun. That was kind of fun. I had a good time with that. All right. So let's say that you've got a bad trade, and now we're not going to call it a drawdown or a losing streak or anything negative like that. We're going to call it a big trade waiting to happen. Waiting to happen. Well, that's a much more positive thing. Let's look at a big trade waiting to happen. So this is my smaller robot account, and right now it's suffering from New Zealand dollar kiwi poisoning, kiwi disease, New Zealand dollar poisoning disease. And the New Zealand dollar has been a rocket ship with a Tesla. I heard on Joe Rogan's podcast, I don't know, the other day, I don't know if it was the other day, but I was listening to like episode 1075 or whatever, and they were laughing about the fact that if he had an enemy, he could easily just put that person in the car and then shoot the car into space, and everybody would be like, "Wow, my gosh, he shot a car into space!" And now there's some guy spinning in orbit, screaming, "Space, no one can hear you." Screamed, "Can't hear the car anyway. It's electric." Okay, so the New Zealand dollar has been traveling upward, right? And so let's focus on this area right here. So the New Zealand dollar has been traveling upward, and as it has been traveling upward, this has been a loss. And this right here is the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. And it's actually, I think, my worst trade right now. No, it's not. The Euro New Zealand is my worst trade. But I have some bad trades right here. Some trades that are lost. I mean, there's one that's down $100. I mean, these are small numbers like we talked about yesterday. The power of small losses is that you can then really capitalize on it. So I want to show you and teach you a pattern to identify these big trade discovery mechanisms. All right, this is a perfect example. It's right here on the chart. I know it's not giant, but you probably can watch this in HD on the YouTube, so you're probably fine. This is what I look for. So we've been traveling upward, and we have these red lines traveling up and down on the screen. This is an RSI 5. This means that the relative strength index on 5 time frames, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 60 minute, and the 4-hour chart are all overbought at the same time. Overbought at the same time. Some of you have overbought for Christmas or the holidays. It's the holiday season. Don't borrow. So 5 time frames overbought at the same time. That's an indication that things are going to turn around. Then we have 1, 2, 3 sets of divergences, 3 sets of Knoxville divergences. This is awesome. The Knoxville Divergence Indicator is linked below on YouTube. That's a free indicator on my website. Okay, so once this happens, you have this upward trend, then you have a retracement, and then you get this, so it's like a 1, 2, 3 pattern. So what I'm looking for right here as price rises is I'm going to just lay on the gas right here. I'm going to add another trade to the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. And what's really cool is that the Euro New Zealand is setting this up as well. See if I can get this to pull up also. So this fell, 1, 2, 3 divergences. Then we went up, came to the side, and back down. And I'm looking for this area 3. So 1, 2, and then it's going to fall down here, and 3. And I'm thinking we're going to get a chance here for price to go up a significant amount. And I know some of you, some of my friends out there, you are in the Euro New Zealand or a New Zealand dollar trade, so you want this to sort itself out. You want this to get better. I want it to get better too, and I think it will. So in that way, what was once called I wouldn't have to use the words anymore. You know, what was once called a loss is no longer such. It's a big trade waiting to happen. It's a nice way to think about it. Anyway, so I got a ton of response yesterday. A little housekeeping here. I got a ton of response yesterday from those of you that are interested in traveling to see me at the office. So if you are a lifetime member or you just joined the path, you qualify for that. So here's what I'm going to do just to let everybody know what's going on. I'm going to do, I think we're going to do 6 to 7 traders. We're going to do January 5 and 6, 2019. And all you do is pay for your travel. The 2-day event is free. You have to be a lifetime member or a member of the Path from last week. So it's free to members. It's I don't do these anymore for the general public, but these used to cost anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 back in the day. But I don't do them anymore because I don't want to. But I want to do this, and I'll record it if I can for our members. But this would be like hands-on training, and we would focus one day on mindset and one day on trading systems. And everybody would leave this event with a specific individual plan for the next, 90 days. I don't know if a bunch of you that watch this are members already, so I know that this is something that you'd be interested in. So you'd have to get to Houston, Texas on the 5th, early morning of the 5th, but 4th. So you'd be here the 4th through the 7th. And then we'd have like dinner or breakfast on those days as well. All right. If you're not a member, I don't know, tough luck. You're not a member. We'll open it back up later in the month, and then we'll give everybody a chance. But right now it's all closed down. So we'll give everybody a chance later on this month. Okay, one last thing about the robots. Of course, we've been talking about robots all week long. The robots go on sale for 72 hours. 72 hours. Do you mind if I mention this? I know some of you hate me when I mention this stuff, and some of you are just real. If you don't want to listen to this and you don't want me to talk about this, just sign off now. It's okay. I won't be offended. And I hope you get hit by it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. It's fine. So if you don't, I apologize for any of you that are offended by this or whatever. On Friday, starting on Friday, there's a 72-hour sale on the robots, and the link is below. It's below the description on YouTube, or it will be in a bit. Or it's on the Facebook page as well, or you can just go to robbooker.com. And there's a link right there on the website where you can get more information. And I'm going to put the robots on sale and put in some bonuses that aren't available at any other time of the year on Friday, because I know some of you just want to trade with the robots. And we have a bunch of robots. We've got a trend trading robot. We got a trend line robot. We got the counter trend trading robot that's running all the time. We got the robot that will launch a Tesla into space. Just kidding. We've got some free mouth toys. What did I call it in a minute? We got all that stuff coming up. Anyway, so that's what's going on. I also, I want to share with you some thoughts about my reading list as of late. So stuff I've been reading. I don't know if any of you care about this, but I want to share with you some of the stuff on my reading list lately, because there's been some great books lately, and I want to share with you some of the stuff that I've been reading. 12 Rules for Life. Now, Jordan Peterson is a controversial figure, so some of you hate this guy. Some of you love this guy. I don't care about him one way or the other. I care about the ideas expressed inside of this book are absolutely stunning. So that's 12 Rules for Life. I should link to this in the video in a bit. The other book that I'm reading is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Really very much enjoying this as well. This has been sort of mind-blowing for me also. And then I just bought for the Kindle Martin Pring's excellent book, Pring on Price Patterns. I just bought this for the Kindle. And I thought I did. You'd think it would show up here, right? Anyway, I did. I promise I bought it. And this book is just absolutely fantastic. This is going to be a giant focus of ours for lifetime members and members of the Path over the course of the next 30 days or so. We're going to really focus on some of this stuff and becoming really great at this. So that's all the stuff I'm working on right now. If you like the content, if you like what we're doing here, if you enjoy it, hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're here on YouTube. That really helps me out a bunch. I really appreciate it. I love this time that I spend together with you every day. Thanks for being here, everybody. Happy holidays to everybody. Hope you're having a great holiday season. Sounds like I'm signing off for the rest of the year, but I will pretty much do a video every single day of the week, Monday through Sunday, all the way through the end of the year. So I'll be here. I love you all. Have the greatest day of all time and forever. Bye for now, everyone. Okay, just kidding. I'm still here.